Hi.
Welcome. How are you?
Okay, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. We'll go with this water.
Congrats on finally becoming Lightning. All this waiting.
Thank you.
So what struggles is she facing in the beginning of the season?
Oh God. Well, she is getting more powerful. She's getting stronger, and she's also getting more emotional, which is a terrible combination. So it's a lot harder for her to contain her powers and to control her actions. You know what I'm saying? That's where she is at the beginning of the season. We just started filming like a week ago, so we don't really know our full character arcs or too much at all. We don't know too much more than y'all.
So is she going to kind of be a danger to not just herself potentially, but to the others around her with controlling that power?
Yes. We're already starting to see some of that in like the first couple episodes of her just doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Her emotions getting the best of her and her making bad decisions. So yeah, you predicted it. Yep.
I love your interactions with Gambit, especially trying to figure out the suit, you know, and whatnot. What can we expect more of that dynamic or relationship?
With me and Gambit?
Yeah, Gambit.
You know, I didn't really get a lot of scenes with him first season. So I'm happy that now that Jennifer's in her suit, she's in the layer more, so she's down there and she gets to do more with Gambit. And I think that their relationship is going to evolve a lot. You know what I'm saying? We always call him Uncle Gambit, but you're really going to get to see the personal aspect of their relationship in this next season. It's going to develop nicely. Yeah.
That was the interesting thing about the second season was how broadly it expanded the universe of Black Lightning. We got people in pods and people over here. And
Right.
What was that like for you guys as actors? Because second seasons normally open up a little bit, but you guys were like, there's a whole thing to keep track of now.
It was really interesting. We were running around the entire season. Like the whole crew, the whole production, everything. It was like so fast paced because we were trying to get everything done. But it was also really fun to step outside of the box and get a little bit fantastical with the storyline. And I don't know what this season holds in general when it comes to our storyline. I know the Markovians are probably going to give us a lot of issues, but yeah, maybe it'll be a little bit more grounded this season. Yeah.
What are some things that you want to see for your character coming up in this season? I mean, if you don't know that much, what's an ideal that you want to see?
I really want to see her just go ahead and step into her powers fully. You know what I'm saying? Because she's been super apprehensive this entire time. She's been like, I don't want this. Somebody take this away from me. She's been crying and sad about it. But I just want to see her get rid of all of that and just take on her responsibility fully. That's what I want to see. Writers, I hope you hear that.
Do you think that
21st, bro. 21st, bro. 21st, bro. What you doing?
with everything that your character is and is going to be going through, do you think that in a way like reflects some of the things her father went through, and like is that going to like bond like your family and all that?
Wow, I think so. It's going to bring them closer. It's going to bring Anissa and Jennifer closer, because Jennifer, I feel like, has always been comfortable talking to Anissa about everything. But now at this point, since they both have powers, she's really going to rely on her and Cress a lot this season. And I think that it's going to bring them closer as a family for sure. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the arc of the Jennifer-Khalil relationship? In this last season, it was so central. And just sort of talking about the impact as you see it on Jay herself.
Oh man, well, I mean, it impacted her in a lot of ways. It was, her first love. It was, I think, the only person outside of really her group and her family that she told she had superpowers. I think that it played a really big part in her character arc, because at the end of the day, it became the reason why she decided, you know what, it's time for Tobias to go. So if I need a suit, put me in a suit. I'm ready. So I'm really happy that storyline led to that. It led to her finally trying to step into her power.
Something I'm hoping we will see, because we don't see it very often on TV, is young superheroes having to deal with double identities. Living, being, themselves in school and whatnot.
Right, school.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, how much are we going to see that? I mean, how is she going to balance that life of having to? Because I'm assuming she still want to keep her identity safe.
Oh yeah. Actually, now more than ever, because of these Markovians, these darn Markovians. But in school, we're gonna see her acting up a little bit. We're gonna see her acting up in general, but school is probably gonna be more difficult for her because, like I said earlier, it's getting harder for her to control her emotions, which makes it harder for her to control her powers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to play that. I'm excited to play that arc this season, is keeping the two characters really separate. Yeah.
With the invasion and Markovians and all of that, is there a worry with the fellow cast members, you know, if you guys can survive this? Like, it's like, oh my god, are we going to get killed?
Oh God. You know what? Probably so. Because a lot of people on this show, they die, but then they kind of come back. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I know that we're kind of worried about it, but not really though, because the characters that die always come back. So I don't know. I really have to talk to the cast to see how they feel about that. Low key. Like, I'm worried Jennifer's gonna just implode on herself at this point. You know what I'm saying? And destroy herself. I hope she don't do that. Oh, hair.
Wrapping this up,
I love your hair.
did you finish
You did. Okay, sorry. This has turned to a hair conversation. Are we good? Okay, cool. Thank you, guys.
Hello. I'm great. How are you? Good to see you again. Yes, I know. Good to see you again. How you guys doing?
Good.
All right.
So, what the hell is going on? You keep dying and coming back, you keep changing and so on. Like, are you...
I know.
I'm gonna ask you this way. Psychologically, how messed up is this gonna change that?
Well, you know, it's funny, in the DC world, right? We look at Jason Todd with the Lazarus Pit, right? Oh yeah, I'm a nerd, by the way. You know this. You know, she knows this. Right. I mean, like, you know how the DC likes to play with, you know, the psychological mind scrambling and everything. But, well, you know, it might be a little different with Salim. I mean, you never know. So I can't really tell you. So yeah, but it's gonna be fun. I guarantee you that. You're gonna like it. You're gonna have a good time.
What's that roller coaster like as an actor when you're reading scripts and you're like, wait, I'm dead. There's no way, I still have a job. No way,
Right.
I'm dead again.
Right. Yeah, it's funny. You read on one page, his spine gets ripped out. Hey guys, yeah. So pilot season, we're gonna need to get some auditions lined up because it looks like I'm dead. Yeah, I know. Turn the page over. Oh wait, he's in a cryogenesis pad. Never mind. Scratch that. We still good. So yeah, you know, it can be a little daunting sometimes, but it keeps you on your toes.
I know you might not know the answer to this, but you know, Black Lightning has really kept like within its own universe. It hasn't crossed over. Any like, are we going to perhaps see it expand to the other shows on air right now?
I don't know, but I hope. I'm for it. You know, I would love to. I would love for that to happen.
Who's somebody that you would want to work with in the whole?
You know, it's funny. So I was a huge fan of the whole Arrowverse when it first came out. So I probably would have to say people of Arrow. You know, either Stephen Amell, David Ramsey. I also am a fan of Flash as well. So, you know, let's just do a crossover. How about that? How about we just get the crossover first, and then I'll worry about who they let me work with.
Jennifer and Khalil's relationship was so central in this past season.
Yes.
So can you talk a little bit about, sort of from your character's perspective, his sort of understanding of that relationship and the impact that it had on him?
Yeah, it's what's great about their relationship is that they display a young high school relationship that's not built around sex. It's built around friendship. It's built around time, memories, hardships, all the different things that are great foundation for a relationship. So when being able to play, I mean, in China she killed it. So when being able to play and really, you know, mold and cultivate a relationship between the two of us, it's something that we wanted other, you know, young adults and kids to see and to be like, wow, I want that. And so for Khalil, you have this athlete, this super athlete who's like top of the charts. However, he's focused on one woman. He's focused on one girl. You know, I said in an interview a while ago, Jennifer is Khalil's North Star. And so she has always been that guiding point for him. And, you know, they've both also been able to balance each other. The yin and yang, the balances of each other. And you saw that when we first meet Khalil in the gym where he checks her and he says, nah, you're not going to do that. And you get to see like where he actually comes from and how he has actually really taken to her and to who she actually is. One of our favorite things was the scene when we're on the run in season 2 and we're in the my little hideout and she doesn't want to have sex and it's no, don't I don't want you to feel pressured because you're worth it, you know. And that's something that, you know, everybody needs to hear, especially kids nowadays too. And then in that you have a richness of that, of what the relationship is actually built upon, and then you have it all taken away.
As being a comic book nerd, I mean, is this your second or first time at Comic-Con for this? So are you trying to like escape to go to all the comic book stuff?
Yo, I landed on Thursday. I was out there. I checked in, said, boom. I was already out there. I was already on the floor. I was checking everything. I'm gonna get another chance to go too. Trust me. Yeah, I mean, we got this EW party. Yay! It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. But you probably gonna see me back out there again.
Like, where's Jordan? He's like, oh, he's at the comic.
Right. I mean, poor Lachelle, the publicist. I'm over here like, wow, Jordan, come on, we gotta go. I was like, okay. I'm like a kid in a candy shop. You know me. We were talking about this. Like, oh, I love it. I'm in heaven on earth, man. I'm with fellow nerds. As you can see, I got my anime Black Clover. I'm not sure if you guys are there, you know, but huge fan of that too.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys so much.
Come on, Jordan, let's very quick.
Love your dress.
Thank you.
Loving this.
This is actually a shirt, but thank you.
So,
Disco.
yes.
Guys, I've just got to eat these biscuits.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Enjoy.
So Lynn had a badass season last season. She got to be, just not just be the doctor, but she got to be in the action and stuff like that. What can you tease about it? Because it feels like her role is just expanding, and I just love that. So with the Mark Covens coming, what can you tease?
Well, the thing that we do know about Lynn is that she will do whatever it takes. She's already said that. I'll do what it takes. I'll do what it takes to protect my family. I'll do what it takes to save the green light babies. She's done it with her mind. She's done it in the lab. She's done it with a shotgun. I mean, she killed a guy in season 1. And in season 2, she beat Dr. Jace. So I think knowing Salim and knowing the way our show is, which is never what you expect, now they've sort of revealed that she has this dimension that I truly believe that's something we're going to see more of as it gets more. Now basically going to war with the Markovians, you know, that's going to look pretty crazy. And also I don't think you're going to see the Pierce family all together for quite a while. I don't know if there's going to be any more tables or, you know, dinner around the tables or in the kitchen. Not for a while. I think I know, it was cute, but, you know, things are getting serious out there. So, you know, everyone is kind of scared for what's going to happen. You know, Freeland's basically now at this point sort of like on lockdown. So it's pretty apocalyptic. So no one's going to be like whipping up some pasta in the kitchen, and you know. So yeah, that's basically. I kind of haven't really told you anything that is, you know, I haven't really given. There's no spoiler alert, I don't think, but hopefully that's enough to tease out.
Is that different for you though from an acting process? Because those family scenes, you know, while they were they're not as relevant, they really did kind of help ground the show, and there was a heart to them and a certain devotion to them that, you know, do you miss getting to play that?
Hang on. It's different. The family dynamics are always going to be there. It's just not going to look like it looked in season 2. Does that make sense? There's still the intimacy. There's still these very real conversations that feel very like husband and wife talking things through. They're just talking about different things now. It's more about survival, but there's still this sense of, him not wanting the girls to be doing what they're doing, and there's still the idea that Jennifer's out there, doing, and then Nafisa's doing what she shouldn't be doing. So there's still, those dynamics are still playing out. It's just like a shift in a different direction. They're still going to feel like a family, but there's just the stakes are higher. It wouldn't be right, we have to ratchet up. That's the thing, because we've made everyone fall in love with the family, and now it's kind of like, okay, but now you've got to come with us on this, crazy train,
Well, it'd be a slow-moving episode if you all just went to Pizza Hut.
Yeah, exactly.
So the first season until now, the family dynamic has switched quite a bit. Can you tell me a little bit more about where your characters started to how they've kind of switched roles?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. When the show started, I didn't realise the direction that Lynn was going to go. I genuinely thought, she's the mum, and she's going to be the mum in the show, and she's going to be the sort of, voice of calm, and God, how wrong I was. And actually, I think what they've done with her is kind of give her this equal standing, in terms of family, and also they've made her the glue, and they've made her the kind of, to a point, the voice of reason. All that stuff's gone out the window now, because now she just wants to figure out what's going on with these green light babies. So I think reason might have gone out the window, but I think, she's gone in a direction which has just given her, she's just much more multi-dimensional than I imagined, and as an actor I love her in that.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry, guys. I spent a lot of time eating my cookie. Thanks. Oh, just your phone? Yeah. There's a little phone. Got it? Yeah, I got it.
So motherly of you.
Right over here.
Hey,
Hello.
how are you guys doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, I'm good. How are you?
So pretty big ending for Tobias last season.
Yes, indeed.
So
Yes, indeed.
what can you tease in the beginning of the season? Where is his state of mind right now, given where he is?
Where's his state of mind?
Yeah, given where he is right now.
He's that's a good question. He's in solace right now, man. He really is. He's in a state of solace and solitude. He's a very introverted person already. You guys looked at season 1 and 2. He spends a lot of time alone. He does a lot of delegating. But he's alone while that stuff is being carried out. And I think that's the part of what drives Tobias well is his alone time. So unbeknownst to the ASA and Agent Odell, putting that guy into a pit is only good for his mind. Putting that guy into an isolated, solitary confined situation is good for him, I think.
Tobias is so casual in his extreme violence and racism. Does it ever shock you at times?
Oh yeah, all the time. From the beginning, it did. But it intrigued me more with the character. It gave me a lot more authority to play him, and it does every script. I honestly, when I get a script, I read the entire script several times, and it's in my memorization process. But I always go directly to my dialogue to see what they have me saying, to kind of to brace myself for. I always try to brace myself for something that I've done from the beginning of this thing. Indeed.
What do you think has been the most interesting arc that you've had throughout these 2 seasons? Like something as far as storyline that has really shocked you personally, that you've how can we top this?
Killing my dad. Yeah, killing my dad. I thought, you know why? Because I thought that it was soon. I'm like, wow, we're doing this season 1? What? I just knew that I was dying at the end of that season. You know what I mean? At that point, so I'm like, well, where are we going with this? I didn't know. And we've done incredible writers. We have incredible writers. And they have such a vision for this character. So that was the one that I didn't foresee I was shocked. It was one of my favorites too, as well as the power struggle between him and Lady Eve. That was another one that, again, was very unpredictable. You didn't know where it was going to go and what was going to happen with it.
Thank you guys so much.
Is that it? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys.
Press for you guys. I want you guys to get in pizza as well, so maybe like two-ish questions. Anybody else?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing? What is that?
Oh, it's a WD bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure they will get you one if you want one.
I have so many bags, but I also like bags too.
So given that Marco was like playing it, are we still gonna have that teacher role for Jefferson Robinson? Because that's one of my favorite actors of the show.
Yeah, mine too. And that's a good question. I should have asked that. Find out. I mean, the school has still got to be an important part of the show, I think. So I think that we have to. Yeah, I would imagine. I don't know this for sure, but that we'll touch on it a little bit. And I would hope. My hopes are honestly that by the end of the season to be principal again. I mean, that would be really cool. But it's going to be pretty tough along the way.
We talked earlier about Supergirl's new suit. Is there going to be some new suit rendition on the Black Lightning new suit for the new season or anything like that?
I don't want to spoil anything, but then by me saying that, it's almost answering the question. There'll be some new things.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
And are we going to see you and your daughter, specifically Jennifer, that's going through all of this, really kind of bond? Because it seems like you had similar paths with going through becoming who you are.
Yeah. I think so. I think eventually, yeah. I mean, we start right. We pick up. Season 3 starts about a month and a half after season 2, and the beginning of it is really. We're as a family a little disjointed, and Jefferson's main focus at that point is trying to figure out how to keep his daughters out of the war, this war that's coming. But I think that at some point we have to all come together.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
You too. Pass you down.
Okay.
How was you?
I never noticed it.
How did this get you?
Was it in your show?
But it was right here. How did you get It's crazy.
Susan, she's got to sit down.
Right here?
Hello. How are you?
Lovely dress.
Thank you.
So
What's up, y'all?
What's up? So there was a lot going on for both and Grace last season.
Yes.
And I allowed myself some fun to Grace. So throw me something. Give me something you want.
Okay, so I think we have to just start with the fact that I've been ghosted. Grace, that's classic ghosting, right? So Anissa has a lot of questions. She's confused about a lot. I think she wants nothing more than to figure it out with Grace. I mean, she invited her to her house to meet her family. That speaks to how she feels about her, obviously. Maybe she got cold feet, who knows? I mean, she has a lot of personal things that's going on with her that we have yet to see completely unfold. So hopefully that relationship resurfaces and Grace comes around.
Anissa is so comfortable with the vigilante life. From the beginning she has been. Why do you think that's the case?
I think Anissa just wants to fight for justice, and by any means necessary, she's going to do that. I think she studied a lot of Malcolm X, and she believes in his approach, even if she has to fight for it, literally. And that's been, for me, one of the most rewarding aspects of the show, seeing her activism being played out as a superhero.
And then what is it about your character as far as the growth and development that you found most interesting, and how are we going to see that develop in the third season?
I think the maturity and the growth is what you'll continue to see more of in season 3. Season 1, it was more so about her understanding and discovering her powers. In season 2, she's kind of starting to perfect them and trust herself. Season 3, she's a woman and she trusts that. She's from up under the leadership of her father. She's always, willing to take advice, but sometimes her ideas and her ways of doing things and her mindset is different from her father's, and she doesn't really. She's not gonna be stopped.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.